Coal is the primary source of energy in the United States, and our usage requires nearly 731,071,000 tons each year. It's no secret that burning coal is bad for the environment, but do you know exactly what we are willing to do to not only protect the industry, but also extract the precious resource itself? It all comes at a cost. You're looking at the state of West Virginia, home to more than 150 different mining sites and operations. In the small towns where coal operations run, the citizens there have accepted coal as a way of life. It makes sense, as West Virginia has been mined for over 200 years. With this kind of longevity, the state has had several major mining accidents, the most recent being the 2010 Upper Big Branch mine disaster. The cause? Safety violations, specifically the lack of proper ventilation in the mines, where flammable gases were all around. At about 3 p.m. on April 5th, an explosion caused the death of 20-plus miners. There were 30 total on site that day. The grief of family and friends was all too palpable.
It's dangerous, but you have to support your family around here. Just some people don't understand that.
The mining techniques at Upper Big Branch were more along the lines of what we typically associate with coal extraction, men venturing underground in tunnels. To go into detail though, the type of mining done here is called longwall mining. This is when machinery with rotating blades cuts coal out of the wall to extract it. Because you are carving out the wall, the ground above often sinks in a process called land subsidence. This is harmful to both homeowners in the area and the water table. The second kind of mining technique is mountaintop removal. It is exactly what it sounds like. Instead of venturing underground, operators use explosives to blow up mountaintops to get the coal buried underneath. Of course, to do this, they have to clear out trees and other organisms of the BioSphere. Direct habitat loss right there. The leveling of the mountains comes at another cost, flooding. The trees and plant life that were there to reduce runoff are all gone, so areas in Appalachia are experiencing increased levels of flooding. All the topsoil that was once there is gone, and only rock layers remain. The land and rock that was blown up has to go somewhere, and so it is dumped into nearby valleys. This has caused many streams to be compromised, and the excess salt from the rocks is bad news as well. Do you know what else is blown up into the air? Toxic metals such as mercury, lead, and copper that were buried inside the mountains. This, of course, also finds its way into streams, destroying marine life. Studies have shown that communities that are in close proximity to mining operations suffer from water source pollution, health issues, and noise pollution. Their water sources and underground wells have become contaminated with heavy metals unearthed by the mining process. This is a quote from a BBC report on a West Virginian family. Quote, "She pours a glass of water from her kitchen tap and lets it rest on the table. It has a strange smell and a sticky texture, and within minutes begins to turn dark orange. A layer of black sediment soon sinks to the bottom of the glass. This is what we have to live with," she says. "We don't bathe in the water, and we don't cook with it. It stains our fingernails, our knuckles, and our clothes." Families like these are forced to drive out to retrieve bottled water for everyday use. The health effects of living in such conditions are numerous. Things like asthma, kidney disease, liver disease, certain cancers, and eye issues are just a few. So what societal factors are at play here? For one thing, the rollback of environmental protection laws makes it easier for mining companies to get away with their safety violations and their desecration of the environment. The places that are mined are typically lower class and suffering from unemployment. Many feel that they have to work in the mines to make a decent living, even though the environmental impacts are costly. These places have a culture of mining, and so it is an accepted way of life. As things stand right now, the USA is heavily dependent on fossil fuels for energy, and it seems that we will go through great lengths to extract it, even if it means scarring natural landscapes forever.